Buenas. This is the You Live Where podcast. My name is Diego, and I've been an expat for 10 years now. Best 10 years ever. So I know that a lot of you at home are thinking about doing something similar to what I'm doing. So what I'm here to do is have some conversations with expats, people who own homes overseas, or people who have been on the road for a very long time, so that hopefully I could provide you with enough value to make your dreams a reality. So today we're going to be talking to a fellow named Robin. He's had a very successful business here in Nicaragua, and he's a very knowledgeable guy. So enjoy. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Beautiful day today.
It's always a beautiful day. Another boring day in paradise.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm just going to jump into it. What inspired you to purchase abroad? Like when did it just come to you? Like, you know what? I'll own a house somewhere else.
Well, I've always been a traveling surfer, and years ago, when I met my wife in Miami, she was Nika, and invited me down here to visit the family, meet the family, and see the country. And that was when I first discovered it, and that inspired me to buy and invest abroad, because things were still inexpensive back then, and I had the money to play around a little bit.
All right. So it's because of your wife, and is that why you found Nika? Is that why you decided on Nicaragua?
Well, being a traveling surfer, I've always dreamed about like the place, buying a place wherever I could on the beach somewhere. Of course, Florida is out of the question, too expensive. Costa Rica was always an option, but it got expensive quick. And when I discovered Nicaragua, I was like, hey, this place is still pretty unexplored.
So how long ago was that?
20 plus years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, back in 2001 was my first trip here.
Oh, it was raw. There was nothing here.
There was nothing here. We weren't on the map. Playa San Diego, Grand Pacifica, it was non-existent.
Okay.
There was no road. There wasn't even a road on the map.
How far down do you think it is from the top down to here?
It's about 13 kilometers.
No road, all dirt.
Mud. It was either mud or dust.
Solid ruts and dust?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How'd you deal with that? How was that? Like, how did you just say, oh, you know what, I'm going to put a house at the end of the longest dirt road?
Yeah, people thought I was crazy there for a while.
Yeah.
All my friends, I'd bring them out here, we'd get skunked, they wouldn't see me surf because I was still learning the spot. When I first found it, it was all about the surf. And, when I found it, I found really good surf that motivated me, encouraged me to buy the first pieces of property that I could. I saw the future of this little beach 20 plus years ago, and it was all about the surf. So it took a while to get it down, to find out when to be here when the surf was good. So people thought I was crazy because I'd bring them out here and we wouldn't get good surf. and after a while I figured it out, and I knew when to be here and bring their friends here to show them how good the surf is.
Yeah. Okay, so how was the process, man? All right, so you want to buy it here. Was it a pain in the ass? How'd you go about doing it? Did you involve attorneys? I know you said your wife was Nicaraguan. Did she play a large part in it? How did it all pull together?
My wife being Nika made the process a lot easier, of course, but the process is pretty smooth regardless.
Okay.
It's basic. And as long as you pay your taxes and play by the rules, there's no problem in investing here. I feel totally safe, and I would do it again.
Okay, awesome. In your time, in the many years that you've been here, have you ever had problems? Have you ever had any issue? Anything with the locals, or not even the locals, anything culturally, or any type of thing that just that came out of nowhere and you didn't want to deal with it?
Not really. Basic, day-to-day problems, life problems,
All right.
No big deal. Nothing to make me want to get out of here.
Okay, there you go.
Well, some days are different. Some days are better than others. But in the most part, I love being here. My experience here, it's been priceless, and I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
So in the time that you're not here, do you have somebody that looks after things? What happens when you're not here? Who takes care of the house?
We have caretakers.
How do you take care of those concerns?
We have caretakers and employees. That's part of the downside, dealing with personnel. It could be difficult. But our place is maintained while we're away, and it's just dealing with people it can be an issue. Employees, anywhere, even back home, here, it's the same thing. It can be difficult.
How do you get over the language? I mean, I know you speak very Spanish great now, but in the beginning, did you come here knowing Spanish? Did it improve while you were here?
Basically, my Spanish got better while I was here. The more I hung out with the locals and dealt with my helpers, I just learned over the years.
All right.
And, I'm like a parrot. I just repeat what I hear. That was the learning process.
All right. Okay.
I've never sat down to study. That's probably part of the problem.
Dude, you speak it brilliantly, though. You have no communication. You do well. So
whatever I repeat it to me a couple times, there's been some confusion because it happens. I don't understand everything all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do while you're down here? What's your gig? What happens when, all right, I'm going to Nicaragua. What's the list?
Well, usually we have some projects to do when I come down. Maintenance. I came down this time because we're redoing one of our roofs and one of our rentals, or maybe soon to be a rental.
Yeah.
We don't know. But normally maintenance and surf trips. And then once a summer, for the past 20 years since we've owned, I brought the family down.
Okay.
And we spend a month down here with the family.
And you're doing a large break with you, so yeah, it's nice to come for a whole month.
Yeah.
Okay, so how you own a business here in Nicaragua? Was this part of the initial plan, or did this come with time? Or tell us about your business. Tell us how you started it, how it came about, and
it was a dream, right? We pulled up here, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I pulled up at the end of the road. I pulled up on the corner. I was like, that's the perfect place for a restaurant.
Okay.
Right, so 21 years ago, it popped up in my head. That would be a perfect spot for the restaurant at the end of the road.
Right.
And we were able to purchase the property for a really good deal. And then, in that same trip, we were able to purchase another property like 4 lots over. And so we started with 2 properties with 3 other properties in between.
Oh, yeah.
And then, we just kind of joked around thinking, it would be funny if we were able to buy the other properties and get the whole thing. Right? So eventually, over time, we got to know the neighbors, and they,
21 damn years. It's a lot of time.
Yeah. And then eventually, it just, the idea, the dream came together. It happened, and now we have the restaurant, and a few houses and rooms for rent, and the pool. It all started with a dream.
Down below, we're going to have a link to the website if you guys want to come visit Robin. All the information for contacting him, it will be there. And I'll give a quick run through. We'll do some video really quick of what we have going on here so you can see the rooms and the pool. The place is incredible. So just a quick plug. All right. So do you have a standout moment? I'm sure, like, a time where you just stopped and you looked at everything and you go, holy shit, this is my life. This is awesome. How does that?
Every day, every morning. I love to walk on the beach in the mornings, and usually I'm by myself, and every direction I look, there's not another person, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to beachcomb and walk by yourself, or walk with my dogs or the family, and just be the only person around. I'm from Miami. There's always somebody around. You can't escape people.
It's really
and this is a good escape from the city life. We're still far enough away to where we can have our peace and quiet.
Okay, and last thing I guess is if you could give advice to anybody, like somebody's thinking, you know what, man, I'm thinking about buying a property overseas. I think I'm going to take this jump, man. What do you think? What would you say to this? That's a 21-year breath right there.
Yeah.
What would you, right? What would you say to somebody?
Well,
what would you tell them?
Well, just be prepared to, unless you got the money, right? And you can afford just to go into some place where there's an HOA and everything's taken care of for you, it could be really easy, right? But if you want to, buy a virgin piece of land with no electricity, no running water, be prepared to work and sacrifice. And that's what we've done here. We've worked and we've sacrificed, we've bled and sweat,
Yeah.
We're prepared to work, and you get what you want eventually. You work hard enough and you're dedicated, it'll happen.
Yeah, the way that I tell everybody is hard. Like, it's hard here, it's hard there, you choose your hard, right? Like, you're going to decide on what you have to deal with. So, over there, you got your problems, and here you got your problems. But here, you work hard, but...
we're in
Good
paradise.
life.
We're living in paradise here.
Dude, Robin, thank you so much, man.
No, thank you.
Dope. That was pretty awesome. Robin, thank you so much, man, and I only wish you the best and send you positive vibes always. If you guys like this episode, if you could give me a like and a subscribe, and if you have any questions for any of my future guests, just put them in the comments below, and I'll get to them. I'll also be putting in the description how you can contact Robin if you want to check out his place. I hope to see you guys in a couple of weeks.